Hey, Donovan Fondre here with your JumpStart cooking tips for today. You know, all of the information that we give you on this program is in our cookbook here and also on our website. So if you have any questions or if you missed something in the live show here or the tape show here, you can check it out in our cookbook. Look in our store from our website, which is jumpstartcooking.com. Now, you may have heard or read about the difficulty of making a rare hamburger these days. In fact, when you go to a restaurant, it's virtually impossible to get a rare burger. And the reason is the proliferation of E. coli. Okay, and this can make you very, very sick. Now, let me tell you something about the E. coli virus, or is it a, well, anyway, we'll look that up. It can only live on the surface, and it comes from colon products in the barnyard. And that's why you should always wash your vegetables or anything that is handled by people with their bare hands. And meat, if it has the E. coli on the outside, if you were to fry this or broil it or charcoal grill it, it of course is going to kill that. And it can only live on here. It doesn't go inside of the meat. But if you make a ground burger, you're grinding up the exterior and putting the E. coli in the center. And that's why they have to cook it to 150 degrees or higher in order to serve it to you safely. All right, now if you want a rare burger, which I just love them, what you have to do is clean this piece of meat. You can do it one or two ways. I'm going to do it this way first. Just take it over and wash it off. Wash it thoroughly. And now you can, don't handle it, now you can grind it up. Or you can use some vodka or some alcohol like this. This is pochim, which is the Irish, used to be bootleg whiskey, which is now just their whiskey. God-awful stuff. Oh, it's terrible. But it's great for washing your meat if you want to make a burger. So I just wash the entire exterior of this meat with the pochim vodka. And it's clear liquor of any kind. Not sweet liquor, but any kind of liquor like that. All right, now, making sure my knife is clean also, and my cutting board. We're going to cut this up and make it into a burger. So I'll just make chunks here. I put it in a grinder if you want. Sometimes you'll find a restaurant that does serve rare beef, and this is what they have to do. Every time they make a bunch of patties, they have to wash it off, make sure it's clean, and then grind it. So we'll put this in our little Oscar. This is one of the best food processors that was ever made, and they stopped making it, which I don't know why, because it's so handy and so delightful. You can see this guy's even turning a little yellow. I've had it so long. All right, I want to grind this up. And it kind of rolls it into a ball when it's done as fine as I want it. There we are. Now, with my clean hands, I can take out the ground meat. All together, and I'm going to make 2 burgers out of this. And a smaller one. Yeah, make 2 the same size when we do that. Kind of squingle it together so it sticks. And now this is pretty cold. This again just came from the refrigerator. So if I want to do this the most efficient JumpStart way, what I will do is to heat my pan on the stove so it's hot, 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 hot. And I'm just going to warm it up in the microwave. I'm just going to give it like, oh, for those 2 patties, we'll give it a minute. And then all I have to do is sear it in the skillet and not have it spatter. In fact, if I want to cook it the entire way in the skillet, it may tend to burn the outside, which is okay because I like that burned burger taste anyway. So, when she is ready and this pan is hot, and you see my pan is lined with our Easy Sheet, Teflon coated, heat resistant fabric, so it'll never stick, all right? I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here just for flavor because that meat has just about no fat, very, very lean. So we'll put in just a dab of olive oil, coat the sheet, and that's for flavor. I wouldn't have to put that in if I was just cooking the burgers plain and you know, without any oil at all. All right, there's 10 seconds left. It doesn't matter. I'm in charge. Open the oven anytime you want. Doesn't matter. Okay, the burgers are still rare. And here we go. We'll throw them in the pan. and sear them. Just like the beef roast, we want them to be about 120 degrees and they'll be fine. I'm going to season them now with a little bit of Lowry salt. Put a little bit of garlic on there. And we'll have lean beef burgers. A JumpStart technique. You can do it all the way on your skillet, something that takes this little bit of time. There's no problem with that. But in this case, I'm using JumpStart just so you can see the techniques of combining your microwave with your conventional cooking appliances. So, burning up nice. You flip them over. When you learn to do this flipping, do it over the sink. In case you're not as proficient as you should be, and you'd have your burgers all over your oven or your stove. There's another thing you can do. You can do the reverse JumpStart. If you're making rare burgers like this, or a steak or anything, and a skillet on the stove, and you're getting anxious and it isn't quite done, well, put it in your microwave for just a minute or two, and it'll bring that temperature up just to the perfect degree of doneness that you want and your guests want. So we go. Oh, bloody rare. This is so beautiful. You're going to enjoy this. You can do that with pork chops. Again, now you want to cook those all the way. You don't want your pork chops rare. Although there hasn't been any problems with pork as far as parasites or any disease for a long, long time in the States. Still, Americans prefer their pork to be well done. So you sear it in your skillet, then put it in your microwave oven to finish it off. Takes a fraction of the time. You save energy, lots of energy, and the food is just as perfect as if you did it the whole time on your conventional oven, conventional stove. Okay, cook it as charred on the outside as well as you want. Let me get a plate to serve this. Toast your buns. Oops, pardon the expression. Brown and crusted on the outside. I want you to see this. I don't need a knife to cut this, but here's a rare burger. And here this guy, you see, also a nice rare burger, perfect for you. And just make sure that you clean the outside before you grind the meat, and you can cook them safely every time. Check out our store, JumpStartCooking.com, and the show, and we'll be back with more tips and recipes to make your life in the kitchen much faster and much easier.